So you are gonna play a second song here on the show, and I'm so excited about this one. It's Through the Years, obviously made famous by Kenny Rogers. Tell the story behind this one, Steve, if you don't mind.
Well, Marty Panzer came over for dinner, and he had a manila envelope, which Marty always did. He'd say, "Hey, how long before dinner?" And I'd go, "Oh, about 15 minutes." And because I called in, I said, "Hey, how long before dinner?" He said, "Oh, about 15 minutes." And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "What do you got for me?" Pulls it out, and he read me the lyric. And he kind of Marty would that's how he'd always present a lyric to me. He'd read it to me first, then he'd show it to me. The minute he started reading it, I started hearing the melody. So I grabbed it out of his hand, and we went to the piano and finished it before dinner. That's why I say we wrote it in about 12 minutes. And and then I demoed it, and my initial idea was Barry Manilow, and we pitched it to Clive for Barry, and he passed. And then I got to play it for Glenn Campbell for a Bob Hope special
Mm-hmm.
that they were doing 50 years of Texaco, Bob Hope, and Glenn was gonna. And I thought, oh man, through the years, with Texaco, what a perfect thing. And I went over to Glenn's house and I sat and played him the song at the piano. And about midway through the chorus, he went, nah. And somehow Lionel Richie heard the demo, and I'm still not very clear as to how he got it. Maybe through the record company or something, and then he was producing Kenny, and that's serendipitous. When his wife walked through the living room and said, "You're cutting this song." When it came to the chorus, now his wife could have been out, buying shoes or getting a suntan, and
And then Lionel and Kenny had this MMA fight. They got into the cage,
yeah,
and
yeah. Well, Lionel, yeah, because Lionel was thinking about doing it as a tribute with the Commodores, a reunion thing, and which also would have been great. But yeah, so Marty and I got the best of both worlds. Lionel Richie producing Kenny Rogers, and arguably the two biggest artists on the planet at the time.
the
And
perfect example of what you're talking about, marrying the perfect artist with the perfect song. Um,
yeah, it was dead bang right on, and they made a great record.
and here it is by the songwriter, Through the Years by Steve Dorff.
I can't remember when you weren't there, when I ever cared for anyone but you. I swear we've been through everything there is. I can't imagine anything we've missed. Can't imagine anything the two of us can't do. Through the years, you never let me down. You turned my life around. The sweetest days I found with you. Through the years, I've never been afraid. I love the life we made, and I'm so glad I stayed right here with you through the years. Through the years, through all the good and bad, we knew just what we had. I've always been so glad to be with you through I never had a doubt. We'd always work things out, and I've learned what love's about by